A seed is a complete biological program waiting to execute. Inside every seed is a compressed blueprint of roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and fruit, all suspended in time, waiting for one signal to begin. That signal is water. Not soil, not sunlight, not fertilizer, just water. And when that signal arrives, something extraordinary happens. Enzymes activate. Starches convert to simple sugars. Proteins break into free amino acids. Phytic acid degrades, releasing locked minerals. Vitamin C levels surge. Antioxidant concentrations multiply. In as little as 3 to 5 days, a dormant seed transforms into one of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth. More bioavailable than the seed itself. More concentrated than the mature plant. All in a jar of water on your kitchen counter. While the produce aisle sells you vegetables that were picked a week ago and have been losing nutrients every hour since harvest, you can grow fresh, living food in your kitchen with nothing but a mason jar, water, and seeds. No garden, no soil, no sunlight required for most of them. No excuses. Today, I'm going to show you 20 powerful seeds that grow without soil. Stay until the end because seed number 7 contains 10 to 100 times more sulforaphane precursor than the mature vegetable, according to Johns Hopkins University research. And number 19 produces a complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids in just 5 days. Subscribe to Ancient Harvest because every week we show you how to produce your own food with the simplest methods that exist. Here are the 20 seeds that only need water. Number 1. Lentils. The 3-day protein powerhouse, Lens culinaris. Lentils are the fastest and most forgiving sprout for beginners. Soak for 8 to 12 hours. Rinse twice daily. In 2 to 3 days, you have crunchy sprouts with a mild, slightly nutty flavor. Sprouting increases vitamin C content, which is virtually absent in dry lentils, reduces phytic acid improving mineral absorption, and partially breaks down the oligosaccharides that cause digestive discomfort. 25 grams of protein per 100 grams dry weight, enhanced by sprouting's enzymatic predigestion. Add them raw to salads, sandwiches, or lightly sauté them. The cheapest protein in the supermarket becomes even more nutritious in a jar of water. Number 2. Mung bean. The Asian staple that sprouts overnight. Vigna radiata. Mung bean sprouts are the crunchy white sprouts you see in Asian stir-fries and pho. Soak overnight. Rinse twice daily in the dark. In 3 to 5 days, thick, juicy sprouts with a clean, fresh crunch. Mung beans are one of the most researched sprouted legumes. Studies show that sprouting significantly increases their antioxidant capacity and vitamin C content while reducing anti-nutrient levels. They're a staple across East and Southeast Asia for a reason. Maximum nutrition, minimum effort. Stir-fry them for 30 seconds or eat them raw. Number 3. Alfalfa. The classic microgreen that grows in a jar. Medicago sativa. Alfalfa sprouts are the gateway sprout. Mild, delicate, with a slightly grassy flavor. They grow in a jar with nothing but rinsing twice daily. Ready in 4 to 6 days. Rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, folate, and phytoestrogens. They were one of the first sprouts commercialized in the Western world and remain one of the most popular for sandwiches, salads, and wraps. But commercial sprouts sit on shelves for days, losing nutrients. Yours are alive and fresh, harvested seconds before you eat them. Number 4. Radish. The spicy sprout that's ready in 4 days. Raphanus sativus. Radish sprouts pack a peppery punch that transforms any dish. Ready in 3 to 5 days with the same jar method. They contain glucosinolates, the same chemoprotective compounds found in broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables. When you chew radish sprouts, the enzyme myrosinase converts glucosinolates into isothiocyanates, compounds that studies have linked to the activation of phase 2 detoxification enzymes. All that biochemistry from a seed, water, and 4 days. Number 5. Fenugreek, the ancient spice that sprouts into medicine. Trigonella funum graecum. Fenugreek sprouts have a slightly bitter, maple-like flavor. Soak for 6 to 8 hours. Sprout for 3 to 5 days. Fenugreek contains 4-hydroxyisoleucine, a compound that studies published on NIH have shown improves insulin sensitivity and may help regulate blood glucose levels. Sprouting reduces the bitterness while maintaining the bioactive compounds. The spice that's been used for 3,000 years in Ayurvedic and Middle Eastern medicine transforms in a jar of water into a functional food with documented metabolic benefits. Number 6. Sunflower, the microgreen that tastes like summer. Helianthus anus. Sunflower sprouts are technically microgreens, needing a thin layer of growing medium or simply a moist paper towel. But they need no soil. In 7 to 10 days, they produce thick, green, crunchy shoots with a sweet, nutty flavor. Rich in vitamin E, selenium, zinc, and protein. They contain chlorophyll, the green pigment that studies have linked to detoxification support and antioxidant activity. The most satisfying and substantial sprout on this list. They feel like you're eating a real vegetable because you are. Stop for a moment. 6 seeds, lentils in 3 days, mung beans in 5, alfalfa in 6, radish in 4, fenugreek in 5, sunflower in 10, all of them growing in your kitchen with nothing but water. No soil, no garden, no special equipment. A mason jar and a piece of mesh fabric. Hit that like button right now. Every like helps more people discover that the freshest, most nutrient-dense food doesn't come from a farm or a store. It comes from a jar on your countertop. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe to Ancient Harvest and hit the bell. What comes next includes the most powerful cancer prevention sprout ever studied. Number 7. Broccoli, the cancer research sprout with 100 times the potency. Brassica oleracea var. Italica. This is the seed that put sprouting on the scientific map. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University discovered that broccoli sprouts contain 10 to 100 times more glucoraphanin per gram than mature broccoli. Glucoraphanin converts to sulforaphane when chewed, and sulforaphane is one of the most potent activators of the NRF2 pathway, the cellular master switch that regulates over 200 cytoprotective genes involved in antioxidant defense and detoxification. Studies show sulforaphane may suppress tumor growth, induce apoptosis in cancer cells, protect DNA, and eliminate Helicobacter pylori, the bacterium linked to stomach ulcers and gastric cancer. Bioavailability from raw sprouts is estimated at 82%. 3 to 5 days to sprout. Eat them raw, never cook them, because heat destroys the myrosinase enzyme needed for the conversion. 1 tablespoon of broccoli seeds produces a jar full of the most researched functional food in modern nutritional science. Number 8. Wheat, the grass shot that detoxifies. Triticum aestivum. Wheatgrass grows on a moist surface without soil. In 7 to 10 days, bright green blades emerge that you juice or blend. Wheatgrass juice is concentrated in chlorophyll, amino acids, vitamins A, C, and E, and minerals. Proponents describe it as a concentrated green blood transfusion because the chlorophyll molecule is structurally similar to hemoglobin. While clinical evidence for many wheatgrass claims remains preliminary, it has been used as a complementary nutritional therapy for decades. Grow it fresh and juice it immediately for maximum enzymatic activity. Number 9. Chickpea. The hummus seed that sprouts into digestibility. Cicer arietinum. Sprouted chickpeas are softer, creamier, and more digestible than cooked unsprouted ones. Soak for 12 hours. Sprout for 2 to 3 days until small tails appear. Sprouting reduces phytic acid, increases B vitamin content, and partially breaks down the complex starches that cause gas. Make raw hummus from sprouted chickpeas without cooking, and you preserve enzymes that cooking would destroy. Sprouted chickpea salads are a Mediterranean staple that the processed food industry erased from memory. Number 10. Clover. The gentle sprout with estrogenic balance. Trifolium pratense. Red clover sprouts are delicate, mild, and perfect for salads. They contain isoflavones, plant-based compounds with documented phytoestrogenic activity. Studies suggest red clover isoflavones may offer hormonal support, though this remains an active area of research. Sprouted in 4 to 6 days in a standard jar method. The most gentle and subtle sprout on this list. Number 11. Mustard. The fiery sprout with isothiocyanate power. Sinapis alba. Mustard sprouts deliver sharp, wasabi-like heat that wakes up any dish. Ready in 3 to 5 days. Like broccoli and radish sprouts, they're cruciferous and produce isothiocyanates upon chewing. But mustard seeds also contain active myrosinase, which is why adding ground mustard seed to cooked broccoli can restore the sulforaphane conversion that cooking destroyed. The sprout that enhances itself and every other cruciferous food around it. Number 12. Chia. The omega-3 microgreen on a wet paper towel. Salvia hispanica. Chia seeds are mucilaginous, meaning they form a gel coating when wet. They won't sprout in a jar. Instead, spread them on a moist terracotta dish or wet paper towel. In 7 to 14 days, tiny green microgreens emerge, concentrated in omega-3 fatty acids, protein, calcium, and antioxidants. Aztec warriors called chia the running food. Its microgreen form concentrates those nutrients even further in a living, fresh format. Number 13. Pea shoots. The sweet green that grows without soil. Pisum sativum. Pea shoots are the tender top portions of pea plants, harvested when they're 6 to 8 inches tall. They grow on a moist surface in 8 to 12 days without soil. The flavor is sweet, fresh, unmistakably like eating a garden in spring. Rich in vitamin C, vitamin A, folate, and fiber. 7 times more vitamin C than blueberries per gram. They're a restaurant garnish that costs a premium but grows for pennies on your windowsill. Number 14. Barley, the ancient grain that sprouts into enzymes. Hordeum vulgare. Barley was one of the earliest cultivated grains. Sprouting barley produces malt, the same base used in brewing. But consumed as fresh sprouts after 2 to 3 days, barley is rich in active enzymes, B vitamins, and fiber. The beta-glucan fiber in barley has EFSA-approved claims for cholesterol reduction. Sprouting increases its bioavailability while reducing anti-nutrients. Number 15. Fennel, the anise sprout that aids digestion. Feniculum vulgare. Fennel seeds sprout in 8 to 14 days into delicate, fragrant microgreens with a mild licorice flavor. Fennel contains anethole, a compound with documented anti-inflammatory and carminative properties. Fennel tea has been used for digestive support for centuries. The sprout delivers those same compounds in concentrated, living form. Number 16. Garlic chives, the immune sprout that grows in water. Allium tuberosum. Place garlic chive seeds on a moist surface, and in 10 to 14 days, you have flat, grass-like shoots with a mild garlic flavor. Rich in allicin precursors, the same immune-modulating compounds found in garlic. Snip them as needed onto soups, eggs, and stir-fries. A living garlic supplement growing on your windowsill. Number 17. Buckwheat. The lettuce alternative that grows in 4 days. Phagopyrum esculentum. Despite the name, buckwheat is not wheat and contains no gluten. Buckwheat microgreens grow in 4 to 7 days on a moist surface. They produce striking pink stems with green leaves. Rich in rutin, a bioflavonoid that studies have linked to blood vessel strengthening and anti-inflammatory properties. The flavor is mild, earthy, perfect as a salad base. The fastest microgreen you can produce, and one of the most beautiful. Number 18. Amaranth. The Aztec microgreen with protein power. Amaranthus. Amaranth microgreens grow in 7 to 10 days on a moist surface. They produce stunning magenta stems with green leaves. Rich in lysine, the essential amino acid that's limiting in most cereals. Amaranth is one of the few plant foods with a near-complete amino acid profile. These microgreens add both visual drama and nutritional density to any plate. Number 19. Quinoa. The complete protein that sprouts in 2 days. Chenopodium quinoa. Quinoa is one of the fastest sprouting seeds. Rinse thoroughly to remove saponins. Soak for 2 hours. Rinse twice daily. In just 1 to 2 days, tiny tails emerge. Sprouted quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids in adequate proportions, making it a complete protein source. It's the fastest path to complete plant protein on this entire list. Add sprouted quinoa to salads, bowls, or smoothies raw. No cooking needed. Number 20. Hemp. The superfood seed that barely needs encouragement. Cannabis sativa. Hemp seeds, which contain no THC above trace levels, sprout in 3 to 5 days. They're already one of the most nutritionally complete seeds on the planet. 33 grams of protein per 100 grams with all essential amino acids, rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in an ideal ratio, and packed with magnesium, iron, and zinc. Sprouting enhances the bioavailability of these nutrients further. The seed that contains everything your body needs barely needs anything itself, just water and time. 20 seeds, 0 soil, a jar of water and a few days of patience. From the 3-day lentil to the 10-day sunflower. From the sulforaphane powerhouse of broccoli sprouts to the complete protein of quinoa in 48 hours. Every single one of these seeds transforms into something more nutritious, more bioavailable, and more alive than the original seed or the mature plant you'd buy wrapped in plastic at the supermarket. The freshest food possible isn't in a farmer's market. It's in a jar on your countertop, harvested seconds before you eat it. Still alive, still producing enzymes, still concentrating vitamins. The distance between your food and your mouth is 0. Start with 3 seeds this week. Lentils, because they're the easiest and fastest. Broccoli, because the science is undeniable. Mung beans, because they're satisfying and familiar. 3 jars on your counter. 3 to 5 days. Fresh food forever. Leave a comment and tell me which seed surprised you the most. Was it broccoli and its 100-fold sulforaphane concentration? Quinoa and its 2-day complete protein? Hemp and its perfect nutritional profile? I read every comment, and I genuinely want to know which seed you'll sprout first. Subscribe to Ancient Harvest if you haven't already, because every week we show you how to produce the most nutritious food in the world with the simplest tools in your kitchen. This is what we do here. Real cultivation, real science, real empowerment. The most powerful food on earth doesn't need a farm. It needs a jar and water. See you in the next one.